Welcome back to the Lynn Miller Room in this edition of the Eagles Sports Coaches Show. Talk a little women's basketball now with head coach Tom Hodges. And, Coach, tough one last night against Murray State. Came out really well, and Murray State kind of proved, they're a decent ball club. They came back on us and just couldn't get over the hump, it seemed like, second half.
Yeah, that's right, Jay. I was really proud of our start and executed a game plan just really nicely. Then when we made some substitutions and we lost a little of our momentum, and that allowed Murray State to come back and eventually go into the halftime break tied. And then we just didn't start the second half with the same intensity Murray State did. It's credit to them. Certainly they've had a really good year, but that's another game that, for reasons unknown, we just kind of let slip away. And it comes at a very crucial time for us as we try to extend our season.
It's not that the young ladies are not giving you the effort. It's just maybe sometimes they just don't get done what you want. I mean, it's like –
that's one way to put it. Yes.
It's like they're not trying, to not do it. It's just the fact they didn't execute what you asked.
No, contrary to popular belief, we don't practice missing rebounds. We don't practice turnovers. It looks like it sometimes because we're really good at that stuff. But they do. They try really hard. I just told Mackenzie Arlett, she's out doing a workout right now.
She was a beast last night.
She was, and I told her just 10 minutes ago, I thought she played as hard as I've ever seen her play. She attacked the ball as fervently as I've ever seen her. She didn't get it every time, but dadgummit, she was trying. And with that type of effort, it's yes, disappointment, absolutely, but it's hard for me to have any type of anger because I know the effort is there, like you're saying. It's just that disappointment that we're just not coming up with the balls we need to come up with.
The process that you've seen these young ladies improve, and they have improved. The fact that last year Mackenzie and Casey pushed around a lot. This year they've stepped up their game. They've worked hard in the weight room. And, like Mackenzie, Casey has done just a yeoman's job going from 5 to 4 and even 3 last night.
Yeah, and something I have to remind myself daily, and I don't do a very good job of this, but it's such a process. They're literally growing up in front of our eyes and doing a adequate job in the face of adversity. Every team that we play seems like has some senior leaders, and rightfully so. I'm certainly envious of that, but I know that our time's coming. It's just it hasn't happened as quickly as we had anticipated. So, we've just got to stay the course. Bottom line, no matter what this thing looks like, no matter how it shakes out, it's just stay the course. It's trust the captain, trust the crew, and you just move forward. You don't move backward. So to put things in perspective, yes, we have gotten better. The sad thing is we're judged on a really simple stat, wins and losses, and that certainly hasn't been to our favor this year. But I know, just looking from last year to this year, yes, we've indeed gotten better, and we've done more with less this year. I think than anybody around us and anybody in the league has.
We haven't talked a lot about Therese T. Robinson this year, but she's the 4th leading scorer in the Ohio Valley Conference. She draws 2 people on her a lot of times. Mm-hmm. The best defensive players always on her, and she's still able to come up with her average, 17.4 points per game. I mean, sometimes I think we expect it from her night in and night out, but she's answered the call most of the time.
And it's so tough, and especially for a kid that's never been in that situation. She was kind of thrust into that out of necessity. Some defections and some graduations just kind of put her in that limelight, and she has that talent. I was talking with Rob Cross before the game. I could make a really strong argument for her being the most valuable player in the OVC to our team. Yeah. You take her off of our team, you take some of the other great MVP candidates off of their team, I don't think her removing from our team impacts anybody any more than our basketball team. So, it's a credit to T. I had a conversation with her during her workout this morning. She goes 0 for 8 from the 3 last night, and I told her there wouldn't be anybody I'd rather have take those 8 shots again. They were great shots. She did everything that she could. She takes an unbelievable amount of physical contact driving to the basket. Just really proud of T and her maturity that has, again, come leaps and bounds over the last 2 years.
You think about the history of Morehead State women's basketball. She's the 12th player to score 400 or more points in a season, and you take her points away from us, as you said, by far, she means more to us than maybe any individual around the league.
I think so. And there's certainly this is as good a OVC season as I can remember. And there's just quality teams. No great teams, just really quality. Quality ball clubs, well coached. Murray State's having their best year that they've had in years. And you look, they've got quality guards, seniors. They've just kind of stayed the course, and that's what we've run up against. So our time's coming, but I'm certainly proud of T. She's getting close to the 500-point mark right now. So hopefully she has a big week. We'll need her to have a big week as we head into these 2 survive and advance games. Our OVC tournament starts a little earlier than we anticipated, Jay.
As a staff, do you have to remind yourself the fact that you are a team with no seniors and very few juniors on the team?
Well, I think we do. I don't, like I said, I don't do a good job of it because I know what we are expected. I know what the expectations are here at Morehead State. We don't run from those at all. We have everything in place to be a successful basketball program. My wife probably reminds me more than anybody, and that's certainly a credit to Hillary because she does a nice job trying to keep me balanced and sane and focused and
she likes to critique. You're telling me?
Well, she likes to, as I say, be the real Coach Hodges.
So it's as a trying to build this program, it's almost like a puzzle.
Absolutely.
You have your good pieces to the puzzle. Now you have some missing pieces.
Sure.
Your crew, Eric, Lacey, Coach Davis, out trying to find those missing pieces to work with what you got. But, the puzzle pieces that you have here, you have to be happy with because, 75, 80% of them from this year, from last year, is 100% improvement.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm a little biased, and when you're not winning games, that's kind of what you have to fall back on. Are you getting better, or are you staying the same? So I really do think we have made some strides, but we need to add some pieces. We feel like the early signing period did that. We're really excited about the late signing period and what that potentially could offer and bring into Morehead State. So. It's a never-ending process to making a championship team. Being a part of 7 championships, it's a 365-day-a-year process to cultivate those championship beliefs and championship aspirations. Broken records come from unbroken habits, and if you just stay with it and you don't break your habits, you just stay the course, that's where you start breaking records.
Starts Thursday, as you mentioned. We're starting the OVC playoffs a little early. We're going to have to get some help, as you said, in the postgame show, but we have to take care of Tennessee State Thursday afternoon.
Right, and with TSU losing last night, it basically comes down to us or them. One of the two of us are going to go to Nashville for the OVC tournament. So we take care of business on this road trip, starting at TSU, get a little help on the back end of things. We could absolutely be there. So it's one of those deals, Jay, where when you take it out of your hands, it just amplifies the urgency that you must play with, and that'll certainly be the consistent theme as we enter in to practice over the next couple of days.
Yeah, we mentioned Larry Joe when he came in the first time. He's the all-time winningest coach in OVC history, and it seemed like a different Tennessee State team. They've got maybe a little swagger with them.
Well, I think it's confidence.
Yeah.
I think, anytime you have that type of leadership with his record and the history behind Coach Inman, that just brings a little bit of confidence. But again, this is a game that we were tied at halftime here. We miss 12 uncontested layups. So Larry Joe hadn't taken one jump shot. He ain't got one rebound, and neither have I.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where absolutely that means a lot, and leadership means a ton in this game. But we know exactly what TSU is going to do. TSU knows exactly what we're going to do. Now it's just a matter of lining up and see. Really, it's going to come down to who wants it the most. I mean, it sounds simplistic, but this is the OVC tournament to extend your season. Potential shot at the NCAA tournament that I still think is up for grabs. Anybody that gets to Nashville on the women's side has a chance with the parity in our league.
Will we be up to full strength Thursday?
We will. We will be at full capacity. Almisha Jones will be back available for us, which is certainly an added bonus. I don't know if we win or lose that game last night with Almisha. I thought we were pretty good defensively. Maybe we score a few more points, but the last thing I told the team that the last thing I want to do is create a savior mentality. It's just not. That's not how we're going to act. We're going to act like we'll play. Whoever's available to play is going to play the hardest that they can and give Morehead State the best opportunity to represent itself.
1 o'clock Eastern Time Thursday, and then the Eagles will close the regular season out at Tennessee Tech on Saturday. Tom, always a pleasure.
Jay,
talk to
see you on the
week.
bus.
All right, yep. Nice long bus ride.
Oh, it's a short one. It's an easy one.
What movies you got?
I don't know. I was waiting on you to see what movies you were going to bring.
I'll bring some.
The Die Hard trilogy.
See, I only got what is it, Full House?
Rocky?
Full House. I got those DVDs from my daughters.
Like the TV series?
Yeah.
That wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, Full House Season 7.
Yeah, okay. Maybe that's when Jesse has the part in his left side. Right. I don't know. Tom Hodges, head coach at Morehead State.
Uncle Jason.
Yes, that's true. Okay, many jokes I could say, but I won't. Of course, we'll be on the air 12:45, early starting time Thursday, 1 o'clock Eastern Time. Tom Hodges, head coach at Morehead State University. We'll come back with more. This is the Eagles Sports Coaches Show.